Frank, it's just a mole, dude. Don't worry about it. It's on your penis. Oh, hey, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the wood. It's Monday morning. It is Memorial Day here in the United States. So happy Memorial Day, people. Some people are like, fuck, I don't give a fuck about this holiday. Well, I actually do, and I'll tell you why. It's because my dad's a veteran, and he lost a lot of friends in the Vietnam War when he was in Vietnam. So, it means something to him, so it means something to me. And, there's a lot of good people, soldiers that died. A lot of good people. And there were some assholes, too, but so what? Anyways, I think it's so goofy when people try to be so edgy. I don't give a fuck about the other day. Fuck off. Anyways, we're supposed to have that other dude here, but he hasn't showed, so fuck him.
He's fired.
That was Red Eye. Red Eye made me say that, by the way. He wrote that in the script.
I've got a gun pointed pimp right fucking now. You say everything I told you to say. Just fine.
Click, click.
I'm drinking something that people don't like me drinking. I don't care. I finished it.
Monster Energy is good. Some of them just don't drink them after you brush your teeth.
I had a little bit of a late start this morning, and I had to run to the store. And I walked in the store like a zombie this morning. I'm like, fuck, I need something to kick me in the ass, so I bought one of those. No, Memorial Day is not for none. It's for all soldiers that's died in the wars and stuff. Oculus. Yeah. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about weird medical conditions. I thought that'd be an interesting subject. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll get on that. I really don't have a lot of announcements right now, other than the fact that I don't have any announcements. I don't know what's happening this week. I don't have a fucking clue, but I'm sure that me and Red Eye will figure something out. Probably a lot of Disney movies.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Princess and the Frog.
I have no idea why I said that. Disney movies. Oh, I did watch some good shit this weekend, though. I watched a bunch of documentaries on HBO this weekend. And I watched one called Mommy Dead, Mommy Dearest. You need to watch that, people. It's about this woman who had this daughter, and basically she was the you know what Munchausen syndrome by proxy is, right? It's where you make your kid think you're sick and all this stuff. And she put her kid through hell with this shit, right? And the kid ended up murdering her ass. So yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. The girl's name was Gypsy. I can't remember her last name. The young girl. It's a crazy story. It's a crazy ass documentary. So look it up if you can. Watch it.
Yeah, we've had a few cases of that in Australia over the last few years. Of basically, it's usually the mothers, and they'll start just injuring their baby or doing things to the kid, so they take it to the doctor to basically get sympathy from people.
Yeah, and money sometimes.
It started. They farm sympathy. Basically, it's like far out.
Yeah, and
use the child's suffering to do it.
Yeah, this was pretty bad. This was pretty bad. This was a pretty extreme case, also of that. Like a really extreme cases of it. Now, I will say this: the girl turned out she's a piece of shit too. Turned out to be a piece of shit. I don't trust that little bitch as far as I can throw it. But it's such a good story, good documentary, and to think that this shit is real. This really happened. So it's really complicated. It's one of those stories where you want to feel sorry for the girl, but then you don't want to feel sorry for her. It's just it's a very complex story, and it's very interesting. So I guess that is kind of a weird medical thing too, because a lot of people have suffered from Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a mental illness. It's all in her head and such. Yeah, to me personally, I don't think it's getting as much attention that it needs to be.
It's a weird name too, by the way.
Yeah,
Munchausen syndrome by proxy. That's the name. It's really weird.
I've actually got a friend of mine. His family's German, and guess what? His last name is Munchausen.
Munchausen.
And his mum was a fucking really talented doctor back in the day, but due to post World War II bullshit, they had to get the fuck out of Germany. And but their last name Munchausen. It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah. I tell you something else I watched last night, back to back, and Red Eye, you'll respect this. I watched 2 Kevin Costner films that everybody hates on and I love. Postman and Waterworld.
Excellent.
And I don't give a fuck. I like them both.
Yeah.
I to this day don't understand why everybody hated on Waterworld so much. It was a cool story.
Yeah, exactly. Cool story, man. It's like I watched a movie earlier tonight. Benny Affleck, The Accountant.
Yeah, that's actually good. That's a good.
That was a fun. Like, there's a couple of plot twists there that I didn't really see
really
coming.
good.
I went, fucking epic ending on it. I love the ending. It was like that was a really good ending.
Yeah, it's a really good one. It's a really excellent movie. The dude's got autism, right?
Yeah, really. Yeah. He's just a super. One of them's all. Yeah, it's. I won't give anything away, but
at
the ending. The ending threw me a fucking curveball because I thought it's got to be a showdown between you know who and you know who, and they just ended up. It didn't go down the way I thought it was going to go, and I thought really good writing because it's hard for me to see a movie and not see through the plot and go, "That's how this movie ends."
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and I like it. And there's another. I also watched a miniseries, an HBO miniseries over the weekend. My mom's actually watching it right now because I recommended her to watch it. It's called Big Little Lies.
Never heard of it.
That thing is phenomenal. It's got some good actresses in it. Reese Witherspoon's in it, Nicole Kidman, and that other little chick, I can't think of her name. Anyways, it's a good movie. It's got one of those. I think it was a book first, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't read the book, so it deals with a lot of issues. Domestic violence, rape, stuff like that, and it's a good movie. And I don't think it's one of those films that like all men are bad thing. It really don't shove that negative. All men are bad kind of deal. So it's very good. I also watched the second season of 13 Reasons Why. Now I want to have a show about that.
I gotta watch the second season. I love the first season.
Yeah, I want to have a show about that. I want to have some people that on it that's watched it. The first season was one of those shows that I recommend. And when I tell people to watch this show, even then, I'm gonna tell the same thing on the second season. Be ready to be drained because it's a draining show. It's a good show, but it drains you of energy because it's so sad and it's so out there. Like the suicide scene in the first season was one of the most raw scenes I've ever seen.
Man, yeah, that caused a lot of controversy.
There's another scene in this second season that does the same thing, caused a lot of controversy. A lot of people are talking about it because it's raw and it's fucking harsh. So yeah, I definitely recommend it, but I think everybody should watch it because it deals with a lot of shit. And also, I watched them talking about, because they always do a thing, them talking about the show right at the end. And I watched this thing about it, and one of the guys said something, and I was interested in. And there's some things going on in our schools today, people, that we need to watch, because there's an epidemic of athletic boys raping other boys.
I'd never heard of it.
I didn't know about this either.
I wasn't really in like football or anything in high school, so I
was a football player. I didn't rape nobody. The thing is, but apparently not just like raping them out of sex. It's not even really to do with sexual. It's to do with violence,
like dominance or something.
They're raping them with objects and shit.
Ooh.
So I didn't realize that was actually a problem in America. And then we wonder why people are shooting up fucking schools. See, we don't want to deal with it afterwards. We need to start dealing with the problem of what's causing the problem like the bullying in school. And I know a lot of people are bullying, you know, bullying is real, people. I was bullied in elementary. I wasn't bullied in high school because I learned that I could do this better than most other people. I could fight. I didn't realize that when I was a kid. Bullying is real. Now, yeah, online bullying is a little different. I do believe in online bullying. I do think that you can cut the computer off. In most cases, adults can handle it. Teenagers are different. Yeah. We need to take care of our kids a little bit better. But, you know, I don't want to get into all that shit.
So there's a epidemic of male-on-male rape. I thought they just called that fraternity initiation. Sorry.
Well, that, you know.
Times are changing.
The truth is, I mean, we can talk about this for just a second. The truth is, there's a lot more men getting raped than what's out there reported, right? We know that. We all know that. And the reason men don't like to report their rape is simply because we're men. We feel like we're lessened as men when we admit it out loud, right? And that is not a case of toxic masculinity. It's just the way it is. But we're not here to talk about rape today. There's this other guy here. He finally showed up 15 minutes late.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I know that's a bit unprofessional, but how you all doing? Thanks for having me here.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the
My
show.
apologies. Thank you. What are you all talking about right now?
Well, we're going to talk about the basis of this show. We talk about basically it's kind of Joe Rogan-esque, and not really, but we talk all over the board. But we do have a topic. We always have a topic, but we sometimes talk about the topic.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So just kind of shoot the shit for a bit.
Yeah, the topic of the day though is strange medical conditions, and I will get into the first one, and it's called Stoneman's disease. You ever heard of this?
No, not at all.
If that's what I think it is, I might.
It's medically known as fibroplastia. I can't say half these words, by the way. Plasia. It's progressive FOP. Stoneman's disease is one of the rarest, most incapacitating genetic conditions. True to its common name, bone tissues begins to grow where muscles, tendons, and other connective tissue should be, effectively restricting movement. Individuals with FOP may even grow a second skeleton. Damn. That will eventually turn them into living statues because the heart and other organs are made up of different kind of muscle. They do not grow bone tissue. Around the world, there have only been 800 confirmed cases, and there is no known cure or treatment other than painkillers. Those with FOP experience flare-ups randomly or following physical trauma. Even something as small as an injection can cause a bone to begin growing, but there is a cause to remain hopeful. In 2006, the FOP gene was discovered and clinical trials are currently active.
I watched a documentary on this, and this is so crazy that these people, they like you said, are living statues. They can't move, so they have to before it really sets in. That one guy was like, you basically have to get into a position that you'll be okay with. One guy stands up he can't sit or anything. In order to move him, they have to literally get like a trolley just to move him around. It's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That sounds really fucking depressing, honestly.
Have you ever heard of this, Red?
No, I haven't heard of this one. I wonder how painful would it be? Just getting locked like that. It's got like I've had a couple of broken bones, not many, and only hands, feet. I haven't done a leg or a major limb, so I know how much my hand hurt. I know how much my fucking foot hurt. Because they're going to have to snap. If these bones set in, they're going to have to like go in and snaps. Oh, what a shit of a fucking genetic fucking condition.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, scientists, for fucking cracking that nut open and finding the gene responsible.
Well, here's let me see if I can pull this up. It won't let me fucking share screen right now for some reason. I was going to show the pictures of. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Look at this shit.
Oh fuck.
Oy vey.
Oh.
So, That's yeah. Look at that dude's back.
Oh man, those poor fucking souls.
Yeah, dude, you know that's painful. God
hey, dear Christians that believe in a creator, what the fuck? what in the fuck? What in the flying fuck?
I couldn't agree more.
This is why I fucking we won't. Thank you God for that shit. Fuck.
I mean, just think about how you're talking about pain, dude.
Now I've seen it. That would be fucking agony because my poor motherfucker.
What's really bad is it can set as early as childhood. In that documentary, they had some kids that are just starting to get it, and it's really fucking sad.
Yeah, dude, it's like basically if you to get the gist of it, it's like bones are growing where muscles should be.
Yeah,
and
that's frightening.
It's just fucking horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is why we really need to just sort of step out of the way of certain sciences and let them maybe do some of those more unethical tests that they need to do to make the discoveries to fucking get through and find cures for this shit. Because how unethical is it to let people suffer like that?
Yeah,
you know, and the people go, oh, you can't use stem cells because God. It's like, get the fuck out of the road so we can help.
I've never understood why people are so against stem cell research. It's just so
there's my first rant. How the believers in God should get the fuck out of the road of science.
Damn Christian scientists.
Dude, that's just that picture. Just that dude's spine. God damn.
Yeah, no, that's really just. I just have empathy for anyone with that condition, and I hope they find a fucking cure for it, or at least something that treats it to make their life bearable. Because fuck living like that.
Well, you said the smartest thing though is when like we need to step out of scientists' way and let them figure some shit out.
Yeah,
so we really do because conditions like this is just ridiculous, man. Here's another one, and I'm gonna fuck this name up. Dude. By the way, I'm gonna fuck up a lot of words because I'm a redneck. Progressive lipodystrophy. Let's see what y'all think. It's lipodystrophy. Lipodystrophy?
Sounds like a weird pasta dish. Like stroganoff.
Yeah, fine cuisine.
Well, anyway, sometimes it's called.
I'll just quickly try to pronounce it. No.
Lipodystrophy. Anyway, fuck it. Sometimes it's called reverse Benjamin Button syndrome.
Oh.
It makes sufferers look old beyond their years. In the case of 15-year-old Zara Hart, I've actually heard of this. She was once mistaken for the mother of her older 16-year-old sister. But how inherited by a gene mutation or acquired through medication mechanisms or other unidentified processes, this disease is characterized by the loss of fat tissue from beneath the skin. Most commonly, fat loss occurs in the face, followed by the neck, upper extremities, and trunk. This can cause dense folds and wrinkles in the skin. So far, only 200 cases have been reported worldwide, mainly affected women. There is no cure treatment besides insulin facelifts or collagen injections. So it's not deadly, apparently.
You just get older faster.
Yeah, you basically. Have you ever seen the movie Benjamin Button: The Curious Case of Benjamin
Great
Button?
fucking movie.
It's an awesome movie.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal movie.
It's pressing too, though.
I want to shit on Brad Pitt all the time, but the dude's made some good movies, man. I just hate him because he's so pretty. But he's in one of my favorite movies, man. I now can't even think of it. Glorious Bastards. God, I love that movie.
Oh yeah, that's
some
classic.
But this would be fucked up to have, actually. This is, I mean, you know what, you 16 and look as old as Red Eye, who's 112. But yeah, it's so fucked up. But it's fucked up. What do you think, Red?
Yeah, no, I'll pass on getting that one as well, I think.
Okay, talking about weird medical conditions. I have a weird one, and most people know about it, right? I have a third testicle.
Yes,
it's odd and weird because there's only 200 recorded cases of that in the world, and less of working testicles. And so I'm rarer than the rare because I actually have a working testicle. It's kind of, people think it's, people like want to make fun of that. Like, dude, can you say that you're only one of 200 people in the world?
Yep.
I can.
I say you're a rare breed.
Well, if you had one more nut, technically you could class yourself as a fucking Krogan, and that would be. If you know anything about Mass Effect, you don't fuck with Krogans. They got big quads, man. They fuck up planets.
No. Hey, I'm a Trogan.
He's a Trogan. There you go.
Trogan.
Damn, a genetic fucking split, half Krogan, half man. Three
I
balls, all working.
I always knew it was kind of rare growing up. I mean, because everybody. But I had some people say, "Well, that is rare as you think." Well, then I looked it up. I'm like, yeah, it's even rarer than I thought. It is rare. It's a very rare thing. Not many people. And like I said, recorded cases. There's probably a lot more that aren't recorded cases, of course. But 200. I am one of the recorded cases.
So how do they work out the third one was working? They get down there and go, "Hey, mate."
Well, I guess because there's connective tissues and stuff. I don't know. And the motherfucker, if you touch it, it hurts.
Oof.
Or feels good. And I
touch it then.
And no, not touch it. Like if you hit it. Another thing is, I can produce. I can fill this motherfucker up with sperm. Dude, like I've said this many times. When I ejaculate, the bitch's face looks like a Jackson Pollock painting. I'm done.
Okay, got a quick question for you. What do you do if Pimpmunk comes through your window? You fucking swim for your life, ladies.
Swim for your life. Have you seen the movie Scary Movie? When the dude nuts and she's floating on top. That's the way the bitch looks when I'm nutting, man. She's floating on top of that motherfucker.
It's a fucking geyser.
Yeah. It's like,
Faithful.
You pulled the cap off of a fire hydrant.
They call it old sticky, actually. Old sticky.
Yeah. I'll fuck your ass. Shit, you don't need, if there's a fire in the house, you don't need a goddamn fire hose. Just let me ejaculate on it.
Hey, Brian's there.
Anyways, next weird thing. After this, I'm going to let Red read a one or two. This one's called Geographic Tongue.
Oh, okay. Which list are we on? Because I haven't opened any fucking lists up yet.
I'll show you the picture, and you'll get the idea. Look at him.
Oh my God.
Oh. Wow. That's
lovely.
Around 2 or 3% of the general population has map-like shape that form on their tongue, hence the name of the condition.
Oh, it's kind of neat in a way.
It is kind of neat because parts of the tongue are missing. What is that word?
I don't know. I should try putting on my glasses so I can fucking read. That might help.
Or something.
Fuck that.
Or tiny finger-like projections, patches appear that look like smooth islands. The flat patterning on the tongue also changes quickly from day to day, depending on where that word have healed.
What? So that actually changes shape because inside your mouth the cells in there regenerate really fast. If you've noticed when you cut, you chew on the side of your mouth compared to getting a cut on your hand, it'll heal faster in your mouth.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually tattoo scarring work for a second, but that changes every few days because of the regenerative nature of the cells. It'll change the shape of that pattern, so it's like a ever-forming fucking organic piece of art on your tongue.
Yeah, it's kind of different. That's kind of cool. I mean, if it doesn't cause pain or anything, no problem
For sure.
Yeah,
it does say geographic tongue is a harmless condition with very few to no symptoms. Through some people experience tongue discomfort or sensitivity to spicy foods. Okay, so it's nothing dead. I wouldn't mind having some designs on my tongue.
Yeah, I'd show it off every day I could.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. I just wish there was like the map of Texas on my tongue. I don't know why I said that. That's just fucking stupid. Anyways, Red, you got a condition?
I got plenty of conditions. My ad block has been a little bitch, but we've got some interesting ones here. These are from ABC.
Wait. Before you get started, I just want to say there's one condition that Red has. It's called Skittles package. He's had so many STDs, his nuts like a pack of Skittles.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you allowed to say that?
I just did.
God,
It probably the last time I said, though.
Jesus. All right. We got some weird ones here. Let's see. Wow. These are okay, that's completely fucked out and gone to a different article. Son of a bitch. Why did it do that? That's embarrassing. All right, so we've got here. Let's see. Oh, how about musically induced seizures?
What?
Don't listen to EDM. Right. That techno rave stuff. Oh fuck.
I've heard of this actually.
Right. This is. Oh, I've never heard of this. And I didn't know that you could get seizures caused by sound. Stacey Gale really liked dancehall reggae. It turns out that one of his most popular songs was triggering her epileptic seizures. It doesn't even have to be that loud. So if she hears this song now, let's scroll down here to see if we can get the cause of it. Okay, so
I've heard lights doing it. But...
Yeah, well, usually that's what it's associated with is the light, the certain frequency of light flashes will trigger that thing. But this is different. More than 3 million people in the United States are affected by seizures and epilepsy. A number of different sensations can trigger an epileptic seizure. Including certain smells, loud noises, touching, and flashes of light. So just about all our senses are susceptible and can cause seizures. But musiogenic or music-triggered seizures are far less common. We typically see 1 or 2 patients a year that have it. Dr. Oren Davinsky, director of the Epilepsy Center in New York, says there's no one type of music that triggers it. For some, it might be jazz. Others are rock and roll. In many cases, it's not the actual sound or rhythm of the music that poses a problem. It's the emotional connection that one has. Wow. So this is a psychological trigger.
That's weird.
That's fucking really strange. Essentially, part of the brain that processes music and emotions associated with the music can be overtapping with areas of the brain that triggers seizures. Right, so it's the same part of the brain. Right. So when you hear a song and you like it, it's making a part of your brain respond that also is responsible for triggering a fucking seizure. That's kind of scary.
I don't know what
listen to rock and roll or bike.
Well, dubstep makes me want to have a serious season.
My wife likes EDM and dubstep and stuff like that. Some of that stuff I can see how it can cause a seizure because it's like and it's just all over the place. And it's like, oh, I don't like it.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's a neurological thing, so yeah, I can see it. But I've never heard when you first said I was thinking lights. I don't know why when you said music, I was thinking. I know that my dad had seizures. Sometimes, like if a flashing light or something can cause it. You have to be real careful.
Listen to The Cure. This is fucking frightening. They tried anti-seizure medications, didn't work. And it got to the point where even thinking about the fucking song was triggering seizures.
Oh,
so they planned 10 seizures a day too. So I've had an ex-girlfriend that went through epilepsy and I've watched her drop twice and it was the scariest fucking thing I've ever seen. But listen to what they did to her. Sorry, boss, I cut you off. What'd you say? What did you want to say?
I was gonna say if she's having like that many, just to thinking of it, this bitch got raped at a Bob Marley concert or something.
Yeah, something's going on there. But so what they did was plan 2 operations. The first procedure, they set out to find the area of the brain where the seizures were occurring by placing more than 100 electrodes on the right side of her brain. So basically, oh, that's freaky. They were then able to pinpoint the problem in her temporal lobe by playing the Sean song. So she's awake while they're doing this shit, by the way.
Oh, my goodness.
Whoa. Well, I'm assuming that because she has to hear the song so they can get her brain to do its fucking little dance. And I've seen people operate it on, they talk to them and stick things in their brain and go, does that make you, what'd that do? It's like, nothing. But so the second part, they fucking cut the problematic part of her brain out. They just went, oh, we'll just chop. Out it goes. And in fact, Gail did something recently she never thought possible. She went out and bought his CD again and she plays the song now and she can fucking listen to it without going, blah.
Oh.
So
some of the treatments for seizures that are not medicine is actually pretty cool. Like the ketogenic diet that a lot of people go on for just to lose weight can actually help with epileptic seizures.
Oh. Now, here's something I just thought about. And you guys, one of you guys can Google it. I don't know the name of this, but I knew that when my ex-wife had a friend, a nursing friend of hers, that I don't know what the condition's called, but her sweat glands were on the outside of her body.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hey, just want to thank God for that one too. That sounds like fun.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I had to look it up or whatever. Somebody Google for me real quick. But there's an actual condition because this chick's sweat glands on the outside of her body. So it was so fucked up, dude. She was a pretty girl too, like a real beautiful girl, but her skin did look really kind of like different. Okay.
Damn it.
I don't know what that's called, but anyways, I just thought about that. That was anyways.
I think it's called "There Is No Fucking God" syndrome.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, you bring it up a couple times.
More than likely.
But you bring it up a couple times, and that is a good argument for that because they want to say, God's the perfect architect. Oh, really now?
Yeah.
What about the bitch who got no sweat? Her sweat glands outside of her body. Stuff like that.
Stephen Fry's favorite. What about those parasites that like to burrow into the eyeballs of children in Africa?
Yeah.
Magnificent. Oh, fuck.
Magnificent.
This is the universe's torture chamber. And
allegedly.
Allegedly. Sorry, Yahweh.
Here's one. It's called oh God. I don't know why I picked this subject because I knew I couldn't say these fucking names. Gastro.
That'll do.
Anyways, now instead of missing body parts, how about having most of your insides on the outside?
Yeah, how's it get fucked out?
Oh,
yeah. I can't say that. Is a birth defect that prevents normal organ development. Typically, the abdomen will close around the organs as the fetus ages. But in these cases, the abdominal wall doesn't do this correctly because of this. Some of the fetus organs end up stuck on the outside of its body.
God damn it.
In the United States alone, the chance of this disease is 3.73 per 10,000. And young mothers, the risk is increased, but while the survival rate was just 50%, infants born with this today have an 85 to 90% survival rate and a few complications in adult life.
Damn.
Yeah. There's been a couple of cases of that in Australia where they're born. I think there was one kid where his heart was not inside his rib cage, basically, and they had to do some major reconstructive work to that little tyke. But thanks to modern science, no prayer required, kid's still alive. And but that's just fucked up. And same sort of thing Brian says in chat. He knows someone whose insides are swapped over left to right. So literally a mirror image of what human anatomy is. What are the odds of that in our population, that's got to be a very rare genetic sort of.
I had a friend that he was born without a sternum, so he was born without something to protect his heart.
Damn.
He sucked in real close, you can see his heart beating.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
He says like he has to be careful. He can't get any fights because one punch to the heart and he's fucking done.
Yep.
I read one time a long time ago that this kid was born with no ribs.
Ooh.
Had no ribs.
Ooh, fuck.
It was like pointy. It was like, well, there was like nubs. There was supposed to be ribs. They didn't fully develop or something like that.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. And by the way, people, I'm so sorry about these names. I knew not to pick this. I knew not to pick this fucking topic because I was like, I want to talk about this, but I looked at the names and I was like, oh, I'm gonna sing such like a tizzy.
I guarantee you, like about half of the people, and no offense to the people in chat, but half of them couldn't name it either because I know I fucking couldn't.
So I just make up names from now on out. This guy's got the poopadoo disease.
Oh no.
That just sounds horrible.
I was on the HBO last night. I got HBO Prime, and there's an actual cartoon called what was it called? Inky Pinky Doo.
Goddamn.
Like,
hey, can we all agree that what the abomination is that they're trying to pass off as the Thundercats 2018
oh
is
man,
just
fuck that shit.
What happened? What happened to artistic integrity and being proud of your fucking artwork? Because
it's so fucking horrible.
What is that shit? And I'll leave that.
It's just
quantity over quality.
That's me choking on my own vomit.
well, you know, most of y'all know I'm not like a fan of that kind of stuff, but I see, dude, that's just stupid looking. Those new Thunder today, yeah, that was.
It
looks so shy.
What did they do to Lino? What do they fucking do?
It's just not good.
It's what they're doing to all like good cartoons back in the day. They're trying to like they just not put any kind of artwork into it and just make it like bubble characters, and it looks so fucking horrible.
Well, look what they did to the Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah,
They did fuckers look like aliens. Like boogers with eyes. I swear they do.
For sure.
I did not like the new design of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
No.
Yeah, listen, all I can say is thank God people in Japan still give a fuck about artwork, because some of the shit coming out of Japan is mind-blowingly awesome. And you compare it to the American studios, hang your fucking head in shame. What were you thinking?
Well, it's kind of this like it's kind of this new trend with animation now. It's kind of like taking old shit that's pre-established, repackaging it with less effort and make it cheaper, so that way they can just distribute it to everybody else. And it's so fucking sleazy.
Yeah.
Well, Red, I'm going to give you the opportunity to read this name here.
All right.
Because I can't do it.
All right.
What is this?
Xeroderma pigmentosusum. It's a Xerodermia pigmentosusum.
It sounds like a really, really bad flavor of Mentos.
Oh, let me try that again.
The blah, 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 blah disease. Anyway, this genetic, okay, let me stop there. This genetic condition is responsible for an increase in sucky vampire jokes, as those infected by this thing have extremely sensitivity to ultraviolet light. A mutation that interferes with the repair of DNA is the cause of the condition. Symptoms usually first appear in early childhood, marked by severe sunburn after just a few minutes of exposure. Freckling of the face and exposed skin is common, as well as dry skin and changes in skin color. Unfortunately, individuals with XP, why didn't they just say XP in the first goddamn place, have a high chance of developing skin cancer without proper protection. Nearly half of all children with XP develop some type of skin cancer by the age of 10. Oh, damn. The eyes also become bloodshot, hazy, and irritated from UV exposure. There are 8 different types of XP, which, with its own severity and symptoms, it is estimated that only 1 in 250,000 people in Europe and the U.S. have XP.
I seen somebody walking around my old where I used to live at that I never realized it until like when I got older. She would even in a dead summer, it'd be almost 100 degrees. Would wear gloves, a heavy trench coat, and a fucking umbrella, and just decked down to make sure she didn't get burnt. But she had that, and it just gosh. So horrible. That's another horrible one.
So the range is from basically Daywalker to full blown Dracula, and a stake to the heart fucking kills them all.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Nice ribeye fillet.
Here's one I think I can read: Nail Patella syndrome. Patella syndrome.
Oh, you're just showing off now.
Nutella.
Does the thought of looking down at your fingers and seeing no nails send shivers up your spine? Those with nail patella syndrome, NPS, often have no nails or nails that grow abnormally, split in half, or simply grow away from the nail bed. Another symptom is skeletal. Oh, they had to put another. Oh, okay, I got this one. Skeletal abnormality disease. I know the word, I just can't say it. That limit movement, the most extreme being is the deformation of complete absence of the kneecap. What the fuck? Even stranger is the presence of iliac horns, small flaring protrusions on the pelvic bone that can sometimes be felt through the skin. Okay, I've heard of this. At least 1 in every 50,000 people has NPS, but the symptoms are so diverse that it can make diagnosis very difficult, even within a family who share the condition.
No, I wouldn't mind the no finger things as long as it didn't hurt, or anything, because I have an issue. Like, you remember the old fungus snail commercial where you see the fungus and it lifts up the toenails?
Mm-hmm.
I can't watch that shit because I got a weird little irk about my finger bending, so I wouldn't mind that one, as long as it didn't cause serious pain. But
the kneecap thing would be fucked up.
Yeah, that would be fucked up. I like my kneecaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like my knees too, even though they hurt half the goddamn time. I'm fat. I carry a lot of weight.
I'll just say nope.
Reg, you got a rare disease on there you want to read to me?
Let's go and open up my list of disgusting, gross, filthy yuck. We'll go to
go ahead.
We'll go to I fucking love science because they've apparently got a list of 10.
I love flat Earth.
Oh,
that's no
Flat Earth.
The Earth is not flat or round, by the way. It's the shape of a dildo.
What?
The Earth looks like a penis. Yes.
I
can believe it.
He's a good
I
one.
knew it.
Now, everyone should be familiar with this one. It's called hypertrichosis or werewolf syndrome.
Oh.
Now, you may remember that family that was on the I don't know, the world's weirdest shit. It was the whole family. Their whole body's basically covered in hair, so they look like fucking werewolves. And it's it's a genetic thing, and it's usually based on the whole family. And the brothers had it, and they were performing in the circus.
Yeah, the wolf boys. The wolf boys.
Yeah. All right, so it can be either conjugal or acquired. So you can actually get this after. So I didn't know that. Those born with the condition can suffer from one of several known genetic mutations. Some who get the condition later in life acquired as a side effect from anti-balding treatments. Be careful what you wish for in brackets. Oh, fuck that. Imagine saying, I'm going to pop these pills and get my head on my head. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get my hair back. And then you just wolf the fuck out. That'd suck ass. Fucking hell. Treatment options include traditional methods of hair removal, though even waxing and laser treatments typically don't provide long-lasting results. Even laser? Wow, that'd suck ass.
Yeah, that would.
Unless you were in a werewolf movie quite often, then it'd be quite handy.
Yeah, I'd go to Hollywood with that shit.
Or the freak show stuff, man. This one makes some money out of that shit.
Disease.
Yeah. Oh, no, you used to make money off freak shows before it became politically incorrect to call people freaks, remember? Now those people are allowed to work. Fucking Thanks, everybody, for doing that. I'm sure those people really hated those jobs with that money.
Don't be dog boy phobic.
Oh, here's another cool one. Alien hand syndrome. And I think we've all seen this one on a certain movie, Evil Dead. Where the phrase, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing, is actually true for some people. The condition involves a rogue hand that acts independently, grasping objects or moving in a way contrary to what the individual wishes it to do. It's sometimes a side effect of a rare brain injury or surgical severing of the corpus callosum, and it's the inability to control the actions in one hand. There is no cure for this condition, though the symptoms can be managed by making sure the hand is actively engaged in activity.
Can you imagine, like, it'd be hard to explain why you just ran, well, you were just walking and you grabbed somebody's butt and you couldn't control it. And you're like, look, my hand's got a mind of its own, you know. God, it'd be funny, but it'd be really, really hard to live with too at the same time. It's like, God.
Yeah, it would. But you could also be a fucking perv and blame it on your medical condition.
Sure.
That's what I would do. I'd just go around grabbing chicks' titties. It ain't my fault.
Don't blame me.
It's bad. That's the first thing I thought of. It's like,
blame God. He created me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just thinking you wouldn't want to walk through a very expensive fucking knick-knack shop just in case your hand's in a fucking pissy mood and just start slapping shit off the shelf.
Shatter everything.
It's like the lady in the front, you get paid for all of those things you break. It's like, oh, God damn it, head.
You literally had to carry around something and say, look, this is my medical conditions, just so you wouldn't get in trouble so much.
Dude.
Like, have a special jacket made up where you just lock one your fucking phantom hand into it and under lock and key.
Dude, this next one, this allergy would be a weird. Check this out. Water allergy.
Yep.
Possibly the worst condition to exist is aquatic or aquagenic. You're whatever the fuck that word is. Water allergy basically is a painful skin reaction when it comes to contact with water. The pain can last from anywhere up to 20 to 120 minutes. Sweating even triggers a reaction, and so people with this condition avoid sweating or heat as much as possible. Fuck, that would suck.
God, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's fucking cruel.
Again.
God damn it.
Again, if God is this perfect fucking architect, what the fuck?
Yeah.
God has a plan for everybody. God
has
a plan for you to fucking hurt every time you sweat.
I definitely would not. Honestly, this is gonna sound mean, but I definitely wouldn't want to hang out with this person because you know they don't wash that ass very much.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that would absolutely. But that would absolutely be the most horrible thing in the world to have. I mean, I wonder if they drank water, if it hurts them.
I don't know if it's just external or internal, but there would be ways around it of getting that into your body. It would require a massive dietary change, and you couldn't have anything water-based. But I'm going to assume that it's an external reaction only.
Yeah, probably. So.
Because our bodies are mostly made up of. So I'd say it's a skin condition, a genetic condition that affects the epidermis and the outer layer of it. That's my assumption. If I'm wrong, chat, please educate the class.
No, you're probably right. It makes sense. And also, but the thing is they have to avoid sweating as much as they can. Dude, so you'd have to live in a cold area.
Yep.
You couldn't live down here in Mississippi.
Even then, you couldn't wear like really heavy clothing in a cold area because you could sweat through the clothing.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose situation.
It says the pain can last to 20 to 120 minutes. So in order to if you want to take a bath, you got to expect at least 20 minutes of horrible pain. That's horrible. That would be.
I wouldn't wash my ass either.
I'd say you could probably bathe using some other.
Oh, I'm sure there's a way.
I'm sure the doctors have worked all this out through the wonders of science and because this isn't a really extremely rare. This happens not to everyone, obviously, but there's enough cases of it where they've probably had to work out ways around it and to help the patients with the care regime. So, but yeah, hopefully it's just external. If it was internal, they'd have to. Oh, imagine just being like that hot and like everyone's been fucking run a long way and they've just been really thirsty and you need to rehydrate yourself, and there is nothing more satisfying than just drinking a big slug of nice cool water after, like, when you really need it. It's just one of those things in life that's satisfying. Imagine if you couldn't do that. That'd fucking suck.
Yeah, just deprived of that.
But yeah, it just simple with, so you don't think about things like that or like this, like the little simple things. Like, I mean, we've all stood out in the rain at one point and enjoyed being rained on. We really have. We all have. I actually just think, if you can't, this person can never do that. This person can't take baths like a normal person. That's a whole, because I mean, if you think about like how much water, you really don't think about this stuff, but when you think about this disease, think about how many times your skin has to touch the liquid. A lot when you start to think about it.
Yep.
You like when you can't wash dishes, some simple things, making a cup of coffee, it's just so fucking horrible.
They'd save a lot on the water bill, though.
Yeah, imagine so.
Sorry.
You stupid. That was actually pretty good. I like that. How about the fish odor syndrome?
Oh. Delicious.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the actual correct name for it. It's anyway, is an incredibly rare metabolic disorder, which causes a person to have a strong body odor that resembles fish.
Excuse me, sir. You smell like a cod.
You want to smell my cod?
I'm sorry, sir. That's actually a perch, I do believe. Or is it a garfish? I'm not sure.
This is the buildup and release of something, which is excreted through sweat, urine, and breath, is what creates this odor. This disorder. Fuck, that's too many goddamn. This disorder. Disorder is more common in women than men, but that's where it comes from.
Oh fuck!
I see what you did there, ladies.
That's where it comes. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I've always said this. I've heard people say pussy smell like fish. Well, if it smells like fish, the bitch need to go to a doctor. I've said that many times. Apparently, she does need to go to a doctor.
You got that fish odor syndrome.
Fish odor.
Dude, C. William actually had a good idea in the chat. Just go work on the fishing dock, because then you just blame your work.
The first case, by the way, here's an interesting little thing. The first case of this recorded was in 1970, but it's believed that it has been a condition that has existed for centuries.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you just talked about this. The one right up underneath it, we ain't going to talk about, because you just talked about the alien hand syndrome thing.
Ah, yes. It's so that good old. Hey, excuse me, madam. Is that? Can I smell your vagina? Oh no, it's the fishmongers. My apologies. Good day, madam. Oh, good God!
Bitch, you smell like a bass.
You smell like catfish, lady. What's going on down there? you been noodling recently? Oh no, you haven't. Oh, my bad.
Pimpmunk fuck me.
Got me good mudfish, not Pimpmunk. Woo!
Now that would be bad though. To smell like a fucking fish all the time.
Yeah.
Big stanky old
fucking trout.
Catfish. Oh, trout.
You ever heard of this one? The what's it called? Blue. It's called Cotard delusion. Cotter delusion, also known as the walking corpse syndrome. Patients suffering from this mental disorder believe they are dead. Sometimes they are of the belief that they possess immortality. This syndrome is documented to occur in 3 stages: germination, blooming, and finally chronic something. in therapy.
Retardation.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
I've heard of this now. I don't know what it's called, but where their skin look like it's called. I think the people call it the blue man disease, where your skin turns blue.
Yes, when you ingest, I think it's silver.
Yeah.
Ingesting silver as a health kick, and it's like, no, you've ingested way too much of it, you stupid blue fuckwit. Please stop taking it. See, I should be in healthcare. It's like that bedside manner I've got. It's like, hey, dickhead, you're blue because you're taking too much of that shit. You should stop fucking taking it, you numbbat.
Exactly.
What did the doctor say to you today, honey? He called me a dumb fuck for taking too much silver.
Hey.
So
I forget what show he was on. It was either Springer or fucking Maury or one of those shows. And it's just like, the dude's been taking it for years and years. His autopsy should be hilarious. They're going to cut into that guy taking bets on which organ's fucking blue and which one isn't. And they're all going to be blue. His spine will be bright fucking blue. He is actually a Smurf now. That's Papa Smurf. I think I'm joking. I'm not. I'm deadly serious. He's got Smurf DNA.
Yeah.
You don't believe me? I'm sad.
There's a thing called Cronkite Canada syndrome. The syndrome begins off with the polyps in the gastrointestinal tract, but quickly evolves, usually within months, and leads to extreme weight loss and edema, the swelling of organs. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's weird.
I would have called that disease a cunt of an idea disease. That's what I would have called it.
Not very Canadian.
I know, but sometimes you just got to break the mold, and it's about time the Canadians did it. They should be really vicious and start a war with someone that they can possibly... Like, who could they start a war against that'd make the Canadians look really bad? What's a really... tiny micro island nation from the Pacific, like a Micronesia. What's a fucking tiny little island nation? Pick the smallest one, let Canada invade it. They need some badass points.
You what?
I don't know. He's muted. He's talking with other people. He doesn't want to talk with us anymore.
Frank doesn't like us anymore.
No.
Here's where I lost it. I did. Charles Bonnet syndrome, or CBS, is characterized as highly complex visual hallucinations in patients suffering vision loss. Sufferers are generally mentally sound, except they hallucinate vivid faces. They are aware that these are hallucinations and not real. CBS affects people with visual impairments and patients with macular degeneration with glaucoma are most susceptible to CBS.
Yeah.
Imagine like a really, really Christian person just started seeing faces. There's the whole they're like, oh my God, the devil's coming. I think it's like
silent vomiting syndrome. CVS. CVS characterized by attacks of severe nausea, vomiting, headaches, and abdominal pain. It is documented that CVS is developed over childhood and has the chance of persisting into adult life. Patients with CVS on average are 3 to 7 years old, and symptoms include vomiting up to 6 times in an hour. Episodes may happen every few days, weeks, or months, and for some, there are warning signs of an attack ranging from hypersensitive to fatigue.
God damn.
That's a lot of puking.
I got a good one here, and there's actually a case of a man in Indonesia. It's called Tree Man Syndrome, and it's named after him. And it's basically, it looks like fucking tree bark starts growing out of your skin.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this.
But it's basically just warts, and when they get a lot of sunlight, they basically get fucking annoyed and get worse, and they just start more and more. And if you can Google the Tree Man on Google if you're in chat and have a look at what this poor sod went through. Last time I heard they'd cut most of the stuff off him, but he'll have to go back for a few more operations. But he was basically like that for years.
Kind of like Grayscale from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you see this guy, the photos of it are just frightening. This poor bastard. And he was, to earn money, they used to basically use him like at a freak show.
I thought you were going to say use him as a fucking lawn ornament. Look at my tree.
Well, basically, yeah, but people will go, oh, look at that freak. Got a couple of coins down.
This is the only time I'm actually going to Google something that, holy shit.
Yes.
Holy
yeah. He was in the Lord of the Rings. He was one of the talking trees.
Yeah, but he's a really nice guy, and all of it. Once people worked out what he was, everyone's donated money, and doctors have flown in to perform the surgeries. Like a whole bunch of people helped this poor bastard out because his fucking family were going to go fucking hungry because he couldn't bring the money in.
It ain't funny, but the way you said it helped this poor bastard.
Yeah. Oh. Well, he's doing a lot better now, so I can sort of just not feel so bad for him because he actually got help, and it's not going to end his life anytime soon as long as he keeps getting treatment, which he will keep getting now. But yeah, it's caused by just rare mutation in the EVER1 and EVER2 genes. It's not understood. Sorry, I was just going to say it's not understood what these genes do, but the mutations cause the skin to become extremely susceptible to human papillomavirus. Or whatever the fuck.
There you go.
Which typically don't cause disease. While there are some treatment options available to mitigate the symptoms, there is no cure.
Wow. Did you heard of the HDD syndrome?
Nope.
The homeless Duck Dynasty syndrome? Frank's got it.
Yeah, so send money into Pimp so we can get it reversed. You know, it's a very bad, syndrome.
All you need is a razor and shaving cream.
You get like random little ladies coming up to you. You look like the guys off the Duck Dynasty, so you can't escape it.
You gonna buy a shotgun off me, lady?
I suffer from something else that's fucked up. Micro penis.
Yeah, but God gave you the gift of 3 functional testicles.
Yeah, but think about this though. I have a huge sack of balls, right, and a little bit of dick. So it's a weird thing.
As God giveth, God taketh away.
It looks like a Tic Tac sitting up on 3 baseballs. It's very strange.
What actually happened was they were handing out all the parts, and you got that extra bit of junk, and they went, well, you can't take that, but we were just about to add the tallywhacker. We'll scale that down a little bit. Whoops, too small, too late. Boop, stuck it on. Thanks, God.
What's fucked up though is like Andre the Giant's ball sack and mini fucking dick. It's crazy.
They're so out of scale. It's just there's no mathematical equation that can describe it. Frightening.
It's messed up, man. That was a good joke right there.
Demonetized. Demonetization unlocked. Congratulations.
Allegedly.
In a world, allegedly. 1 man, 3 balls. Micro penis.
Almost a dick. That's the AAD syndrome. Almost a dick. Alopecia areata.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
This is an autoimmune disease where the immune system mistakenly attacks hair follicles on the head, resulting in patchy hair loss. That's not that. I mean, it's bad. Yeah, base. Well, they got a chick up here with it. She looks kind of sad. But anyways, I'll show you her picture.
Ah, fuck.
Poor
Damn.
Poor thing.
At that point, you just rock the bald look.
Yeah, you just go ahead and shave that shit.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I mean, you look stupid with your hair like
Here at the Pimpmunk Show, we believe in showing to all those people we feature in our stories.
That sensitive touch.
Allegedly.
Or do what Honest Red said, join a punk band. There you go.
There's ways around it. I mean, if it's just one patch, you can just do a mohawk.
Shave your head. Sinead O'Connor tribute band sorted. Next problem.
Rip a picture of the Pope up and then you're good.
God.
That's a medical condition too. It's called Pope touching kids' balls. Not Pope. I'm sorry. The Pope hadn't done it. Allegedly, he hadn't done it.
Allegedly. Allegedly, he's innocent.
This new Pope, though, man, this some bitch is more liberal than the rest of them.
Yeah.
He's pretty. I mean, he's even okay with dick suckers.
Yeah, damn.
When are we gonna? Yeah, good point. Right, yeah, dear Roman Catholic Church, when are we gonna get a fucking popette? Huh? Motherfuckers, you sexist pigs, you fucking sexist fucking shitlord pigs there in Vatican City. Get with the fucking program, man. Feminism, motherfuckers. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think chicks would look good in those hats.
Oh, I don't know. Come on. Let's give the ladies a go. They couldn't possibly molest more kids than they've already been doing, could they? That'd just be fucking impossible.
He just told a gay guy, God loves you just the way. Yeah, I know. That's the reason I made the joke. It's because everybody made such a big deal about the Pope telling that gay guy God loves him. That's the way he made him. And
it makes me laugh when like fucking religious people like that go like, oh, the Pope's wrong in that regard. And it's like, aren't you supposed to like fucking love this man and do everything he fucking says or some shit?
Yeah.
He is the word of God on this planet. Apparently, it's like what he says is God's fucking word.
Thing, I mean, fuck.
He's like the direct secretary for God. It's like God buzzes through and talks to the Pope, and the Pope just.
This Pope's the Antichrist.
Here's another one: hereditary sensory neuropathy type 1. Wow, that's a hell of a name. This disease is so rare that its prevalence is simply an estimate 2 cases per 1 million people. Damn, that is rare. Those with this disease suffer from a loss of sensation, usually in the legs, feet, arms, and hands. The ability to sense pain and temperature is affected sometimes to the point where it is absent. Because HSN causes a loss of pain sensations, it is not unheard of for those with it to suffer from random fractures and even necrosis or whatever, which results in dead body tissue. People with HSN may even break their limbs or bite off chunks of their tongue without feeling the slightest bit of pain. Wow.
It'd be kind of a cool one to have, but it'd be also horrible at the same time.
Well, it would be horrible, but it's also like, yeah.
Because you can probably do some cool things with it, like, how like some of the circus people will drive a nail right through their hands and stuff like that, just to freak people out.
Somebody says, I'm going to knock the fuck out. Go ahead. I don't give a shit.
I've actually knew a kid when I was younger. I met a kid with that thing. He couldn't, like all the nerve endings, it just didn't register any pain sensation. So this chick would just fucking walk up and thump this. He also was really like had a heavy fucking mental retardation, the poor kid, but he was the nicest fucking soul. This fucking chick just went, oh, he can't feel pain. And I'm like, what do you fucking mean? He starts punching this kid in the arm, and he just sits there rocking back and forth. The chick thumping him. Didn't feel a goddamn thing, didn't react to it. And I sort of went, yeah, you made your point. You don't have to. But he was that gentle, like he wouldn't step on a fucking ant. And he was a monster of a kid. Like he was going to be like Andre the Giant size, and he couldn't feel pain. And it's just really lucky that he had really nice parents that must have been nice to him and showed him that, because he had a good heart, and I don't think he was going to be a lot of trouble. Imagine getting someone that just didn't give a fuck, that couldn't feel pain, and the shit that they could fucking do to people. That's a horrifying thought.
Oh, it can be dangerous. But the thing about that part, like, yeah, you can feel pain, it'd be kind of cool, but in a way, but also, like you said, Frank, it'd be also fucking horrible because, like they said, they could get hurt and not even know it.
You can break an arm just walking around town. It's like, hey, you got a bone sticking out there. Well, fuck.
Yeah. An infected cut can kill you in a day with septicemia. So
yeah, motherfucker. Do you realize you got 12 knives in your back?
God damn it again. Just a Tuesday.
But that it'd be fucked up. Like you said, the simple things, like because you can't feel pain, you would know, and you could die easily because you didn't know you were in pain. That's fucked up.
Yeah, imagine not having feeling the sensation of singeing or burning your skin, and when you're leaning against something really hot, it'd start just cooking your flesh, and cooked flesh is going to end up quite dead and necrotic and infected.
Yeah, and I'm assuming if you can't feel the pain, you also can't feel pleasure. Okay.
Oh, I didn't think about that shit.
I don't know if the pain receptors are the same as the ones that give pleasure. Is that the same part of the nerve that does it? I don't know.
I don't know. It says what did we go back? It says the sensor. It's the sensory neuropathy type will suffer from a loss of sensation, usually in the legs, feet, and arms. So. I'm not. I don't. It doesn't say exactly, but if it just says sensation.
I hope it doesn't affect your junk. That'd be sweet. Like
again, it could be a good thing and a bad thing because it could be a good thing because you can't feel it, so you can last a really long time. Yeah. Bad thing.
Imagine being a fucking MMA fighter that suffered from this condition.
Oh shit!
So you get in an armbar and the dude would snap your arm and you go fucking. Let's go, you fucking prak. It's like, oh, shit. T.I. and Angel just no, he's just got a genetic defect. Nothing in the rule says he can't enter. Like, God damn it.
Damn, can you imagine Brock Lesnar with that disease?
I was thinking that. Yeah, dude.
Most dangerous man in the fucking world, dude.
I was watching some stuff on Joe Rogan, and some people say that Joe Rogan's spinning back kick is one of the most vicious impacts that a human being could ever suffer. And then they showed some footage of him at a competition when he was fucking young. The dude flew through the air. He kicked. He just went. He spun on the spot. His leg just went whip out, and I went. There's nothing behind that. This dude got lifted off the ground and flew back about 3 feet, and just went on his back and went.
Oh, Rogan's a badass, dude.
I had no idea.
Rogan, dude.
Yeah, he competed in what was it? Was it jiu-jitsu? No, was it jiu-jitsu? Taekwondo.
Yeah, he trained with a guy, the original guys that did Taekwondo. He trained with the original guy trained a bunch of dudes. He trained under one of those guys, old school Taekwondo. I did the more newer stuff, which is fucking useless compared to what he does. He's trained to hurt people.
Yeah, I watched the same episode. You watched the one with George St. Pierre, right? Yeah.
Oh man, all I know is that I didn't know that Rogan had. Yeah. Like I thought he was just a commentator.
No, he's a legit badass, but
yeah,
he was training to get into the Olympics, and then he said he realized that Taekwondo is only, it's really only good for kicking, because once he got into trying to kickbox stuff, he says I was getting my ass whooped.
Yeah, and then he'd try and then he'd go and fight these other guys, and then a different discipline would come along, and he'd go, "Fuck, I've got to go and learn that now." And so he's had to learn. So he's really knowledgeable about the art of fighting and all the different disciplines. I had no idea. I've started watching his stuff lately.
No, Rogan's really good. Rogan's a pretty bad. Yeah, he's
the Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah, he's also. I didn't realize he was 50 years old now. He's 50 years old now.
Damn, are you kidding?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude, he looks really good for 50.
What is him and Keanu or Keanu Reeves doing? Yeah. Him and Keanu Reeves don't fucking age. What the goddamn fuck?
I know Keanu just seems like the kind of dude that you would just want to sit back and have a beer with, though. He really seems like a cool dude.
He smokes cigarettes. He's supposed to look old and haggard. He's older than me, and he looks like he's fucking. Oh, I could go back and do the first Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. All I need to do is shave.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Eat some money, so that's how you.
Well, they're doing part 3, so
they are doing another one. Yeah.
Wicked. Yeah, Joe Rogan. Yeah, just Aaron said he's all muscle. It's like he's a fucking nugget. I had no idea. He's just like this fucking and that kick though, that really impressed. It's like the dude flew through the fucking air. It's like not many people say I can kick a dude and make them fly through the air. It's like Rogan can. So yeah. And he's cool as fuck too. So he doesn't look for confrontations. There's heaps of videos with people getting his face trying to get him to fight.
Yeah.
He just laughs at him because I'm going home to smoke some weed.
Well, he knows he can whoop your ass. So that's the thing. A lot of people,
chill.
a lot of guys who like know that they can pretty much beat your ass are not really. They're not stressing over you fucking talking shit about them.
Yeah, like there's one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you go, mate. No, you go, Frankie.
I was gonna say that one time that one guy was trying to fight him on Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I still love to watch that every now and then. Like Joe Rogan wasn't going to do anything, but he was just like, I can just kick your ass right about now. The guy's like a hothead.
Well, he reckons there's footage that they didn't show the other footage. He actually locked the guy up and put him in a bit of a headlock because he thought, right, this guy's going to pop me, so I'm going to put a stop to this right now. He just went quick and locked him up and just went, dude, what are you doing? It's like, really? Come on, you're embarrassing yourself in front of this TV camera. Are we turning this into a fucking episode of MMA? Do you really want to? Do you really? No? Okay, fuck off. Get off the show. This really good footage of some dude he was training in a gym somewhere, and this guy's getting in his face about shit, asking him a million questions. Rogan's gone in for a shower, come out, and Joe's blowing the dude off. He says, "Look, I'm going home." The dude gets cut, walks out in the street, and starts following him, and Rogan's just like, "I'll troll this guy," and he lets him get up to the car, and he goes on the window, and Rogan goes, "Bye," waves at him, and drives off. And the dude says, "One day, Joe Rogan, you're going to listen to me." It's like, wow. Anyway, hijack completed.
Shit.
No, it's crazy though. It's like all these little smart ass motherfuckers. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who you're talking shit to. Some of these people could rip you to fucking pieces. You better be glad they keep their head on their shoulders.
Yeah, well-disciplined fighters are usually the well-trained ones. So if you get that good, you're usually disciplined.
Yeah, I know this dude personally. He's not a professional fighter, but this dude can whoop just about anybody he wanted to. Like in a street fight. He's one of the baddest dudes I've ever met, and I'm a pretty tough guy myself. He could beat my ass easily. This dude, I've seen people like jump in his face, and I'm sitting there thinking, you better be glad he's got a cool temper. Well, because he could fucking end you like that. And like, I've actually had to whisper in people's ear, don't do that. He can hurt you really bad.
You want to live.
I mean, because this dude is a walking fucking. This dude, I seen 12 guys get on this motherfucker. He went to one knee, came up and whipped them all. He's a bad boy. I mean, this is like I said, I can handle myself in a fight. I've been able to do my whole life. I couldn't whip half this dude's ass.
Damn.
I mean, I couldn't handle this dude at all, and I can handle myself. So watching these little bitty squeaky motherfuckers trying, I'm like, shut up.
I can beat you, bro.
Yeah, and I've seen big guys trying to jump in. He's not even that big of a dude. I've seen bigger guys. I'm like, he don't care if you're big, bro. He don't care.
Damn.
It's just.
Here's the thing I've got to say, and it's like, and this goes for America, says you really should be nice to everybody because you never know who's carrying a weapon or is actually a weapon themselves.
Yeah.
And it goes for the whole world, basically. But yeah, the older you get, you realize it's just it's easier to be nicer because you avoid a whole bunch of bullshit and potential stupid situations. Because here's the reality of fighting. Yeah. This is a reality, and we've just brought a law in Australia. One punch, you can make someone fall over and hit their head and they can fucking die. And it's happened so often in Australia now because fighting. We've actually brought in a thing called a coward punch law. And if you are found guilty of punching someone and making them fall over and hit their head, you can be put in jail for, I think it's 25 fucking years if you cause their death from just swinging a punch. And it's really making society step back and go, we might actually get to the next level now after several years of this law. We might stop throwing punches in Australia and just yell at each other a lot, which will even be better because yelling's fucking great fun.
Yeah, Gary, I did tweet something about that Sunday where I'm talking about showing people respect. Yeah, it's like I said in the tweet, I talked about it earlier too, where I said basically you better watch out for the people that let you talk shit about them, because eventually they may end up kicking the shit out of you. Basically, is what I said, because a lot of people will let you run that mouth for a long time, and then they'll end up fucking you up. I've like back in my younger days, I was one that would not let anybody talk shit. I'd fight you immediately. Well, now I let people talk shit. I don't care now. I'm in an older age where I don't give a fuck. But half the people talking shit about me, I can snap like that. But don't care anymore. But you need to watch who you're disrespecting, because there's some people out there that can fuck you up. Plain and simple. They can fucking kick your ass. Because like I said, back in my 20s, I fought all the time. And dude, I walked around with eyeballs hanging on my head before. It's not an easy fucking life. You may be tough. I was always tough. There's always somebody out there that's a little bit tough. Always.
Yep.
Yeah. Most of the people who are like weaker and shit are just the fucking shit talkers who aren't really going to do anything, who are just like puffing their fucking chest in and shit. And really the people who are more like quiet and more keep to themselves, or are more friendly, tend to be the people who are going to fucking go over and kick your fucking ass,
And and that's another thing. I've always, and see, back in the day when I was young, I wanted to prove myself. Well, I don't have nothing to prove now. And another thing is, and that's the thing, I want you to underestimate me. Because once you underestimate me, that means I got a little bit over you. I got a little bit on you. Because you're not expecting what I can put out. And so I stay quiet. I let people talk this shit. Who gives a fuck? And another thing is, talking shit doesn't matter. If they're not physically attacking me, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good point too, guy. You always need to be able to, if you're gonna say some shit, you need to back it up. Be able to back it up. And let me tell you something. There was this dude years ago, if you remember, there was a guy it was a dude who trolled this one guy online all the time. The guy was like an MMA fighter, and he trolled the MMA fighter all the time. Well, the MMA fighter ends up going and meeting the guy and beats the fuck out of him.
Shit.
So your shit talking online can come back and haunt you too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's what you get for being a fucking dick.
Lesson of the day: don't be a dick or a troll.
Pretty much. It's a simple lesson.
You figured it'd be an easy lesson, but it's a lot of people failed that lesson. So
yeah, but I'm in no way trying to like promote fighting here. By the way, I think if you can avoid it, avoid it. But but let people talk shit. Yeah,
it's fun. Look, fucking the whole fucking talking shit thing. That's kind of why the internet blood sports thing is so popular with the viewers, because everyone likes to warm their hands at a nice trash fire once in a while and just go, toasty. And, it's just fucking shits and giggles entertainment. My generation before the internet, we had this thing called Jerry fucking Springer, and it was like once a week, you fucking got your friends together and you gathered around that TV and watch that shit. Same as the WWE. We used to have nights where we'd all gather and watch wrestling or Springer and shit, and it was just fun. It's like, how big's the trash fire going to be tonight? And it was hilariously just fucking, the drama was so over the top silly, and that's what made it fun though.
Well, yeah, it's just, and a lot of times when people talk, I was talking to Frank earlier about this. A lot of times when people talk shit online, it's so silly because they think they're accomplishing something. Like, just saying, like when I talked about that post I put on Twitter today, Billy come on there and say, don't wallop me. And I was like, well, did you talk shit? He's on to your face. I'm like, Billy, you made fun of me riding the ground. That's not really talking shit. I mean, if that is shit talk to Billy, then like I told Frank, his neighborhood must be a bunch of pussies. Because I grew up in a neighborhood where they could rip you to pieces with just their words. And in Billy's neighborhood, they must do drive-by stare-downs instead of shootings. No, I'm joking on Billy. I'm just fucking with Billy there. But yeah, talking shit online is just half the shit, man. It's just like, oh, that's savage. No, that's not savage. It's just, who cares, man? Don't take it to heart. Because, I mean, people are going to talk shit. Even if they're, you know, most of the time it's joking. Like with Billy and me, it's joking. But even if they're serious, even if people are serious, then what are they doing? They're just talking shit online. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, they're not going to get up and, you know, try to find where you live. And
yeah.
you know, just trash talk.
No, it can't go too far. It can't go too far. It can't. And there is such things as online bullying, I do believe. But I do believe that most people are a little too sensitive to it. But, you know, you can get over it.
I was about to say, it does go to that extreme, though. Like, that made me think of fucking shit with a Boogie 2988 where someone fucking, like, threatened to kill him or some shit, or, like, someone showed up to his home.
Yeah.
So,
No, was it his home or was it his friend's home? Because someone was sending out somebody to his house, like to his friend's house. They thought he was living there, and he had to tell his friend to get out of the house.
Yeah, I think it was like one of his. Yeah, I think it was like an old house of his and shit, and they just kind of showed up.
Remember him talking about it, I just can't remember exact details.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that in America because, I don't know. Let's use the quartering as an example. Some people were making some hints that, oh, we know where you live. So the quartering's done a video where he's just talking about something, but then he pulls out his first pistol and says, he's talking about something, but he's not talking about the guns. He starts putting the gun down, and he gets the next one, then the rifle comes out. Next thing you know, there's a fucking small fucking weapons cache on the table, and he's gone, oh, by the way, those folks with my address, feel free to come around, mate. Feel free to come and visit. I'll be waiting. And he just thumbs up, end of the video. It's just like, yeah, check out my Second Amendment rights, motherfucker, or whatever the is it, second or fourth or whatever the fuck. It's like, I got guns and a whole shitload of them with extended magazines and all cool sights and bump stocks, and I will fuck you up. And he didn't actually say that, but that was what was implied. Is you come and try and fuck with me and my wife, I'll just shoot you dead. You fucking pieces of shit.
And there's people out there that do it too.
Yeah, and guess what? No one threatened to go around the quartering's house much after that fucking video. I wonder fucking why. Like, oh, he's AR-15. Jesus, ow, that'll hurt. You betcha.
Yeah, so basically my point is you might need to watch a little bit of you talking shit to. Because there's also crazy motherfuckers out there that will come to your house and stab you.
And swat you. And
oh, fuck.
Yeah. Over stupid shit, too, just for your fucking opinion or anything, you know?
And don't get so up in arms when people talk shit, because a lot of it is done for entertainment purposes. A lot of it's just fucking with you. Now, you can't go too far with it, of course, but you do need to, like, some people run a damn joke in the ground and shit, and then it annoys me. Like, I've been annoyed a couple times with certain people's jokes and stuff. Like, it ain't because of what they're saying, it's because they said it over and over and over again. Like, okay, you've run it into the ground now. But yet, if you ever react, people, oh, you're triggered. You know, shut the fuck up.
I triggered. I'm tired of hearing it.
That's it. So there's a place and a time for everything. It's called college usually.
College is where rape culture is.
College or the local strip club, depending on the circumstances of the evening. Allegedly. Ooh, lucky I threw that allegedly in there. And shit, we could have been in trouble.
Yeah. Rape culture is awesome. Allegedly.
Whew. Well played.
Yeah. Rape culture is not awesome. It's non-existent.
Allegedly. No. That's sorry. No, there's no allegedly there. Whoops. Now we're in trouble.
That I agree with, Gavin. There are malicious assholes there. They try and undercut others and bring them down. I agree with that. I agree. I've had people do me that way, to where they come off as joking, but I know that they're actually trying to cut me at my knees, right?
Hey, tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Right.
A few times with me. And you know, either what you're going to do, react or you don't react. and sometimes the best reaction is not reacting.
Correct.
So yeah.
Yeah, you just let them run their mouth, basically.
Pick your battles and pick the hill you want to die on, and choose carefully.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, with me, I can only talk about me because I only my own experiences. A lot of times, I like you said, pick your battles, and like okay, I know that one day me and you're gonna have it, and when it does have it, you're gonna be the one hurting. And I'm not talking about physically. I'm not talking about physically because half the people talk shit about me. I know it will dad. Half of them. Now, some of them I may not be able to. I don't know. The physical shit ain't even worry. It's like I know my goal. I know where I'm trying to get to with my stuff. I'm not going to let you stand in my way. You can talk all the shit you want. You can try to cut me down. You can try to bring me down. But it's not working. And at the end, when I'm successful and you can suck my dick. That's the way I look at it anyway.
That's my point. When I'm successful, you can suck my dick.
Yeah. And of course, there are people out there that are shady motherfuckers that 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 they're acting like they're joking, but they're not. They're really trying to hurt you, but you either like deal with it or not deal with it. That's the way I see it. And Red Eye's gay.
Oh, we've had this discussion. I'm heterosexually challenged.
So, anyways, Plague Doctor
Jesus
guy.
Christ.
You are for the people that's watching that don't know about you. What do you do here on YouTube and stuff?
I just kind of do whichever thing I fucking really want to do. I just kind of cover like some news stuff, like cover the news, cover like response videos, this shit, kind of do the whole anti-SJW shtick-ish, but also kind of criticizing, people on the right too. Mm-hmm. So I get shit from both ends of that. I've been called an alt-righter and a fucking SJW. So, but I just kind of do that.
So you don't choose one side. You go after whatever bullshit you see. Okay, I get you. That's what you should be.
Yeah, more the centrist route. Yeah.
God, you can't say you're a centrist.
wait a second.
Am I one of those
people that presents both sides of the argument and lets people choose for themselves after providing information to said people? How dare you?
I mean, I try to, inject something a little called nuance,
and journalistic integrity, maybe, just a tiny bit. Sounds like it. Don't tell the others.
Just itty bitty.
Shh, keep that a secret. You'll never get a job at Kotaku if they think you've got journalistic integrity. You'll never work at Kotaku, dude. I'm just telling you.
Damn.
I'm kidding. Fuck. I wouldn't want to work there. You want to work for Vice. They're a stand-up organisation.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Oh, of course. Aspire to go to fucking BuzzFeed.
Oh, yes. Let's go to the top. BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed is the most non-biased site I've ever seen.
I go there for all my informational sources because it's factually based journalism with no bias involved whatsoever.
And the originality of their skits too are so awesome. They never steal from nobody.
They've never even heard the word plagiarism over there. They don't know what it meant.
Dude, I've seen them steal so many ideas from people. Oh my goodness! And dude, when I was at VidCon, though, it was the first year. There was people on this, like on the panels, publicly fucking insulting BuzzFeed on the panels. And what was so funny is I was sitting there and I looked over and there was representatives of BuzzFeed sitting in the audience, and I was like, "Yeah, this is awesome."
Getting your ass called out. Right in the audience.
But BuzzFeed has been known to, really fuck up, stealing people's shit.
Yeah, there's Vice is now basically jumping the shark. They're saying, don't post memes of this song that was just released. What was it? I forget the name of the song, but they're basically saying, don't make memes of this song because that's bad. It's like, oh, fuck off.
This is America.
This is America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. People saying don't make fun of this. Why?
What was a Vice article? It's like, I remember when Vice did cool things like went and chased up the actual origins of vodka and went over to the place where it was and looked at the historical documents to prove that it was created, in fact, at this place at this time. Now they're doing this shit, and oh god.
I mean, I like the song, but the music video is kind of cringy, you know, because the way he's dancing. It's funny to watch.
The song isn't that good though.
I mean, yeah, but
here's why I think it's getting a lot of views. It's because that film clip. It's like, well, there's someone being shot in the fucking head. Yeah. That's like, you don't see that every day on the music video, and it's controversial. And guess what? Controversy gets you. Clicks. Money.
I get what the video's about. I mean, because it also in the video he shoots the choir singing, you know, with a machine gun, or he shoots the motherfuckers. It's about the mass shootings and
I get it.
Yeah, I get it. But it's like what got me is when they said we needed this because nobody talks. Are you fucking kidding me? Nobody talks about this. Everybody talks about that. I hate when people say that. Like we need to bring it to the forefront.
Yeah,
everybody talks about it. Yeah, everybody talks about it. I mean, it's just so it's bullshit.
It's kind of hard not to talk about it when it happens every fucking quite every few days. If you want to go, you know, a few a month. It's hard to not talk about this problem that's growing. It's like, and we've just had a mass shooting in Australia recently, but it wasn't a school shooting. It was a family domestic situation that the police are still investigating. So we might not know what happened there for months. But yeah, I understand why he's doing it. But I would also throw in there, maybe he put in the really graphic shit because clickety clicks equal views equals dollars, and nothing against him. He's free to do that. Welcome to capitalism. I personally may have gone down a different artistic route for my film clip. That's all I'm saying. Nothing wrong with what he did. It's like, wow, I'm a metalhead. And even when I watch the film clip, I went, holy fucking shit. He just rewind. Yeah. Wow. There's even red goo coming out the front of the dude's head. That's wow. Yeah. That's graphic as fucking hell.
That's metal.
And the point that he's trying to make in the video that really bugged me is like when he's doing all the dances, like, basically what he's trying to say is that we're all worried about having fun and not worried about the serious issue. Now, that's the problem. We do need to have fun at times, motherfucker. Because if all we do is think about the serious tragedy shit, guess what's going to happen? More serious tragedy, more fucking depression. Yeah, we do need to talk about the serious shit, but we also need a moment of fucking dancing and laughing and because if you know, it's just so bullshit. That, you know, some people all they want to do is like bad. Fuck that. Sometimes we need good.
Need a little
for sure. Well, because
levity.
Yeah, it's the whole thing of like negativity sells now. You know, that's the whole big shtick is negativity, and we have to push that.
Well, a life without levity is no life at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like I've actually noticed the ABC News in Australia is putting a little panel down the bottom of the thing, and it's actually titled "Good News." And today's story was about a little kid that's he's wheelchair bound, muscular dystrophy, and like bad brain damage, so he's intellectually handicapped. His dad puts this little harness system on, so this kid, they strap his feet to his dad's feet and hook him around his belt so the kid's standing up, and he played his first game of football and he scored a fucking goal, and they made the kid the captain for the day, and it was and all of the other fucking kids that are fully able-bodied were really cool with it. And it's like, it was surprising to see that sort of happen in a weekend club environment, because usually, as you well know, being a footballer yourself, Pimp, they didn't train you to be all-inclusive back then. They trained you to fucking kill the opposition and win that fucking game to get that trophy. Destroy all, conquer all, win the game.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really good to see this. It's a polar shift. It's a polar opposite to when I was playing footy when I was a kid. We wouldn't have let that autistic kid near the football field. We would have told the father to go home and fucking stop dreaming. And now the kid's scoring a goal and he was the captain for the day, you know? It's like, that's pretty cool, I thought. So there's a bit of good news.
Yeah, but did they? But here now, see, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna sound like a bit of an asshole here.
Yeah.
When it comes to sporting events, I hate when they like, let the crippled kid score because he's crippled or whatever.
It was just they set the day up so they could make the kid feel included in something.
Yeah, I get that.
And here's the thing: he's non-verbal, but he's got a sign for when he wants to do something more and more. And you actually see it in the footage. The kid's hand up at his chest, at his near his sternum, and he's like popping his fingers together, and that's the sign for more. And that's all he did while he was out there. And now and again, his dad had reached down, they'd get the footy, and he'd help the kid. It was just like. I don't know, it was a really cool thing. And I understand your point of view. You don't build champions by doing that, but this was a game for 5-year-olds. So I think.
Oh, I get that. Yeah. I get what you said.
Yeah.
Just when you said it, just made me think. You remember the show King of the Hill, right?
Yeah.
You remember the episode where what was it, Bill, where his touchdown record was broke, but it really wasn't broke because they toted the guy across the line because he had a broke leg or whatever. Well, and then they said he broke his record. He didn't break his record. Shit like it happens in real life. I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, I get what you're saying. That shit's perfect. That's awesome. Yeah,
I understand too that once you get to say, I don't know, we're hitting the under 16s league, we might be able to. There's actually things set up now. There's like special divisions for kids and. Let's face it, the population's not getting smaller. Eventually, there'll be enough people with these intellectual and physical disabilities. If they want to take part in their own league, they'll be able to do so.
Yeah. And it's like giving every kid a fucking trophy. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
And
I hate that.
Participation trophy.
That is so stupid. When I was a kid, you didn't get a participation trophy.
No, what you got was and I remember the first couple of years I went to my swimming club meeting is if you showed up every fucking week and you got your ass kicked, but you still showed up, you know what you got at the end of the year? You got a fucking bronze medallion and it had on the back encouragement award, and this recognises that you keep coming back and you keep having a fucking go. Mm-hmm. And every kid that didn't get a gold, silver, or a bronze and showed up every swim meet for the season would get this encouragement. It was like, keep fucking trying. And it was something, I got several of them because I couldn't win a race because of the handicaps I was on because of the way it was set up. Because I was swimming against younger kids because there was no one in my age group. So I'd start the race 30 seconds later and they did the little fuckers half finish the race. It's like, I don't get it, but all right, dive in the pool and get my ass kicked.
Well, I mean, but giving these kids participation trophies, it's just showing kids that you don't have to try to be a winner. Yeah. Try to be successful. You've got to teach kids about failure in order to be successful. I mean, it's just that simple. And participating. I mean, okay, motherfuckers in real life don't get raises at their jobs just because they showed up.
Yeah, well,
you don't get a pay raise because you showed up.
Yeah, acknowledge, and the difference is mine wasn't a participation one. Yeah. Mine was more of a because I did. Well, actually, kind of was. They called it, but there was stipulations. You had to fucking show up, and you had to have a fucking go. You didn't get it for showing up for 2 weeks and going, "This is hard," and sitting up there. I swam every fucking meet, and I lost, and they recognised that. And they encouraged me to come back. And I swam for 4 or 5 years. I didn't fucking win a race because we ended up, there's dudes in that pool that ended up swimming in the Commonwealth Games and shit. They were fucking dolphins. And I was basically a puffer fish.
It's simple things we have to teach. I agree. But we have to teach kids things like, okay, like I got a friend that won't let his kid have a pet. And I asked him why. He said, because he don't want his kid to have to deal with it died. I said, that's exactly why you want the kid to have the pet.
Hell yeah.
It's exactly why you want the kid to have the pet, because you want to teach him about stuff like that. Because
mortality.
We want to shelter our kids so goddamn much like, oh, you can't fail. Yes, you're going to fail. There's going to be death in your life. That's exactly why you need to buy your kid a fucking pet. Because, once that pet dies, they can deal with it. They learn how to deal with shit like that. It's just... we're raising a bunch of pussies.
Buy a goldfish and let it die.
Because
it's cheap.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I mean, it's like you want to teach them that at an early age so they can understand that too and have a better concept of that. Because like a few days ago, like my grandma just fucking died, so I'm like processing that shit. But it's like the whole point of like, you know, these sports is if you fail, the point is you're gonna try and try to be better so you can succeed. And then when you finally fucking win, you get to feel that success, you know, and it feels nice, it feels good. But you just hand them out like fucking candy. It's like, well, then no one really wins. And
yeah, I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been in my grieving thing, so this hangout's really been fucking chill. It's really been helping.
Yeah, I'm glad to help, man. Yeah, I hate that, dude. You know, I it's always weird. Like, how do you respond to somebody when they tell you that somebody died in their family? You just basically, how are you? Yeah. That's what I always ask. Like, how are you?
Yeah.
Because,
I mean, I just try to treat it as like a casual thing at this point, you know, just kind of be like, yeah, just kind of fucking, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. But you know, back to the kid thing, I want to say one more thing. It's like, okay, it's like when the kids get in a fight, parents get all stupid these days. I've seen parents like, go, look, let your kid fight a little bit. Your kid, because I'm going to tell you something, regardless of something in the chat room, you get hit and you hit and get the foot back up. Shit like that happens. You can't protect your kid always. I know you want to, but you can't. You have to, like, I remember when I was a kid, I got punched one time, come home, had a, you know, all hurt nose and lip, and my mom checked on me, made sure I was okay. She didn't tell me to fight back or nothing like that. She just told me, you know, she didn't make a big deal about it, though, because it wasn't that big a deal. And it was just, it's going to happen. Life is going to happen to your children, whether you want it to or not. So you need to teach them about death. You need to teach them about violence. You need to teach them about, you know, win and loss. Now, look, I'm not a parent. I'll be the first one to tell you that. So I'm not an expert at it or nothing like that. But it's simple fucking logic that, you know, if you shelter your kid, they're going to be sheltered as an adult.
Yeah, and while those little bastards are small, get them in those cupboards and get them to clean the back of them cupboards out, because that's what they're really good at doing.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
And remember, use your kids as ashtrays.
Get that little spot of mold right there in the back there.
Little sons of bitches got to start earning their keep around the place.
A 3-month-old makes a perfect ashtray.
Oh, damn it.
It's a blessing when they get to that age where they can see over the top of the kitchen counter so they can start cooking all the meals.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
All right. Well, it's 9 minutes till the top of the hour, so that means there's 9 minutes left of the show. That also means it's Q&A time and tip time and Patreon time, all that stuff. We're $11 away from the halfway mark of my goal is $1,000 on Patreon a month. Once I get there, we're going to do a 24-hour show. So we're at $489. So if we get to 500, that means we're at the halfway mark. So let's get there. Also, tips are more than welcome. Links in the description below. And if you have a question for anybody on the panel, ask now, forever hold your peace. Or my peace.
Hold that bill piece. Or however small it is.
Anyways.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I'm just talking about.
I'm not touching that. You touch it. You
know you want to touch it.
No. The vicious rumor started by a pimp.
Bill Russell's best competitive sports champion ever. Yeah. When he was a kid, he got his ass kicked. Yeah, it helped. I mean, look, we have to deal with that shit. I mean, your kid's going to lose. Your kid's going to get his ass kicked. Your kid's going to go through. And if you keep them away from it, they're not going to know how to deal with it as an adult. We are a product of our raising.
Yeah, and there's also you've got sports that focus on single people and their performance, but you've also got team building activities and team based sports where kids do learn to function part as a group, and that's a very that's a pretty important life lesson is to learn work as part of a cohesive group and towards a common goal to achieve it. And you got to teach people to be competitive.
Yes, because life is competitive.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if you want equality of opportunity, it's like that means that there's only going to be finite spots to do certain things. So you want the best people to do those jobs, i.e. brain surgeons and, I don't know, commercial airline pilots. You don't want the fucking average Joe to do that. You want the cream of the crop flying those planes and doing those surgeries. So yeah, that's why competitiveness is it benefits our species somewhat.
Yeah. It's something that Galen posted in. Like, I know here in the South, like especially with my dad, he taught he was always saying like, don't start it, but if it happens, then don't back down. My dad, I got into one fight, and my dad said, bring it to the house. So we brought it to the house, right back in pasture, and we fought until we got done, and that was it. I mean, the guy are friends. So,
well, my mom always told me don't start them, but don't back down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't let nobody run you over, basically. And Galen was talking about dude's mom teaching him don't be his mom taught him never back down, be resilient, don't be a coward. If you do, the world will destroy you. So I feel you can relate. Yeah, I can relate because that's basically what my mom. She didn't want me to go out and start fights and then, but she didn't want me to be a coward, and she didn't want me to take shit.
Yeah, it's like, let's use video games as an example. It's like first start playing an online shooter, you go in there, you get fucking owned. Now, if you go in there and get your ass kicked and do it with a little bit of dignity and respect and talk respectfully to the other players, you first earn their respect. And then after time, you'll start to learn the skills required to be competitive in the game. And if you're nice to you're respectful to the right people, they will show you the tips and tricks of the game. And before long, you'll become competitive and on par with these people and become their, you're their equal in the game in that community. But when you first enter a gaming community, you're fucking chump change. You ain't worth shit. And you gotta earn that respect in there, and you got to compete to get it. It's very competitive, and it's dog eat dog in some of those fucking game communities. It's pretty gnarly compared to some, but then again, some sporting clubs, you got to be fucking good to get on the team at certain schools, don't you? They don't just let the average guy on to play quarterback, do they? You got to be the fucking cream of the crop of that school.
High school football, anybody can walk on. They don't cut. But no, you don't play.
What about college level? They don't let just anyone.
No, well, they have walk-ons, but not everybody makes the team. No, exactly.
All right.
Collegiate is different. Now, like some high schools I hear they don't let everybody join the team, but most high schools I think will let you join the team. Now, will you ever see playtime? Most likely not. Fortunately, I did have ability, and I'd seen I was a starter, but you're basically going to be the guy who hands me Gatorade. That's
a mighty fine H2O there.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of like guys who wasn't very good, but they got to go with the team and got to do things, and that's cool. I
suppose that's how you start training. Yeah, that's how you start training team managers and coaches, assistants, and all of that stuff too. Yeah. You got to give them expose people to all sides of the game. So that's another benefit there.
Yeah, not just participating. Yeah, you get to be able to be a part of it. Like I said, luckily I did have some ability and I was able to play. I remember when I got injured one time though, I couldn't play. So what I did was join the cheerleaders, and I was out there fucking with the cheerleaders, getting the crowd going, because I was always the loud guy and the class clown, and so yeah. Anyways,
it's definitely the whole teaching kids to be competitive, but also work together. It's just different life skills that they need to learn, and the competitive ones definitely. You don't want to start wrapping the kids up in so much cotton wool that they go through life thinking they're entitled to fucking everything, like they were. It's like, I didn't win fucking. I didn't lose anything when I was growing up, and they don't know what loss is like and how to deal with fucking not winning. Not winning sometimes sucks.
I'm not winning right now. I ain't getting no tips, no Patreon, nothing.
What? He is entitled to everything.
Oh.
Not even one from you bitch ass pussy motherfuckers out there.
Wow.
But anyways, guys, thank you guys for joining me.
What's wrong with all y'all?
Thanks for joining us, Plague Doctor Guy.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed being on. Thanks for inviting me. Hope to do it again later. Thank you, Frankie, and thank you, Red. Nice to meet you guys. You guys were cool too.
It wasn't nice meeting you.
Nah.
No, it was awesome to meet you, and we'll have to make sure that your channel gets put in the description so everyone go over and check out some of the vids there, please. Or else I'll do
that might happen or might not happen.
Fuck yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. What's going to happen tomorrow? I have no fucking clue, but we'll have something. And I'll figure that out in a few minutes. Probably a few hours. Probably about 5 minutes before the show starts. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Thank y'all for joining. See you later. And let me hit this button. Fuck.
Night and night, folks.